Your pooch loves a predictable routine. For some dogs, it's hard to adapt to sudden schedule changes, even if these changes are as small as going from a day off to a working day. This can lead to problems with behavior. Your dog can start to bark seemingly with no reason or chew on things that are not supposed to be chewed. Or your pooch may begin to dig up the garden. To avoid these issues, do your best to wake up, feed, and take your dog out always at the same time. Unlike people, few dogs associate kisses with affection or love. If a stranger puts their face too close to a dog's muzzle, it seems extremely intimidating for the animal, and the reaction can be very bad. Some dogs do tolerate smooches from their owners, but all in all, your pooch actually loves it when you don't kiss it. What your dog loves probably the most is your smell. These animals' noses are way stronger than ours. For them, a sweater covered in their owner's scent is one of the most comforting things in the world. That's the main reason why you might sometimes find your pooch lying on top of a pile of your dirty clothes. When it comes to food, people can't live without variety. Your dog might be extremely interested in what you have on your plate, but if your pet could choose its own food, it'd always be the same. Experts say you shouldn't constantly change brands and flavors. Figure out which dog food your pup likes the most and stick to it. Most dogs don't have any wish to be leaders. They're just born this way, without the need to be in charge. That's why your pooch loves it when you take up this role. As a leader, you're supposed to provide the dog with certain rules, set the schedule, and give feedback. Without the structure you can give your dog, it may try to rebel and step in. In this case, you'll have to deal with serious problems with its behavior. Dogs love feeling involved. That's why they're so happy with all kinds of family outings. Your pooch will greatly appreciate it if you bring it along every chance you get. Dogs also enjoy interesting and new routes. Your pup loves exploring and sniffing around. Turn right instead of left after leaving home. Drive to a park or go hiking in a nearby forest. New smells, sights, and experiences. Your pooch will be thrilled. Your dog can spend quite a long time turning in circles making its bed. Only after it looks perfect will your pup plop down to doze. This process provides the animal with a feeling of safety. In the past, dogs' ancestors used to dig a small pit in the ground. They surrounded it with twigs, leaves, and soil, and a comfortable bed was ready. Dogs value their personal space. It means your pup might not be happy if you let a stranger pet it. Even if it's someone obsessed with dogs, pay attention to how your pooch reacts to them. You're bound to notice if it's unwilling to let this person close. When you want to pet someone's dog, get permission from the dog's owner first. If it's okay, then kneel down to its level and hold your hand out toward it. Only if the dog chooses to come closer, pat it under the chin, not on its head. Dogs don't actually like it when anyone touches their heads. Your pooch might let you do this, but it won't enjoy this kind of affection. Most dogs will just lean away when they see a hand coming towards their face. I know I do. A dog can also become anxious if someone tries to pet its muzzle, shoulders, and paws. Your pooch loves it when you don't dress it up. Dog outfits are cute and seem to protect animals from rain or cold weather. But most dogs still hate how wearing clothes feels. Plus, they don't really need any extra clothing for warmth. There's an exception, though. It's when your small or short-haired dog is going for a walk and the temperature is below freezing. In this case, it's a good idea to use a special blanket or dog coat. Your dog loves it when you're happy. Dogs are usually very sensitive to their owner's emotions. Your pooch can easily read your body language. You might have noticed it behaves differently when you've had a bad day. Your pup might even come and try to cheer you up. Some scientists believe dogs can feel empathy. That's why when you're happy, your pooch is happy too. Dogs love having stuff that belongs exclusively to them. These things can be their own toys, food and water bowls, and the bed. From time to time, something that used to belong to you suddenly becomes your pooch's thing. If your dog starts to chew on your slipper, it might want to tell you that it needs more toys of its own, or more attention. When it comes to physical attention, your dog is like a sponge. It enjoys pats, but not on the head, rubs, but on the chest, not the belly. But surprisingly, dogs are no fans of hugging. When you wrap your pooch in a warm embrace, you think it's cute and comforting. But your dog feels trapped, and this makes it feel anxious. Cuddling is a different story. When your pooch is snuggling with you, it's bonding with you on a chemical level. Your dog most likely loves seeing the world through the window. Even though the animal can't smell things moving out there, it can see them quite well. Make sure your pup has access to the window, and you'll see it spend hours on end watching the things moving out there, especially the delivery people. Yes, dogs make great alarms that your package has arrived. Dogs are social creatures, but when it comes to food, they prefer eating in private. And if you try to make your pooch share its meal, you should be ready for an angry reaction. When you buy toys and other stuff for your pooch, don't forget about some challenging puzzle toys. After the dog cracks the puzzle, it gets a reward. Pooches often misbehave when they're bored. That's why mental stimulation is so important for them. No dog should be left alone in the car, waiting for its owner. But even if someone is staying inside with the pooch, the car should be cool and well ventilated. The best place to park it is in the shade. The dog should also have enough water. Your dog loves it when you talk to it in a calm, soothing voice. Dogs don't understand the meaning of the words you're saying, but it's different with your expressions and the tone of your voice. That's why when you raise your voice, your dog may not realize you're angry with it. It may even think you two are going to play some loud game, and then it starts barking too. Most dogs can sleep through literally anything and don't even wag their tail. But it doesn't mean your pooch loves napping in noisy places. Catching some Z's in a peaceful place is what any dog needs. So try to find the quietest spot for the pet's bed. And never startle your pooch out of a deep sleep. The chances are it'll wake up grouchy and unhappy with you, just like people. Your pooch needs your praise and corrections just as much as consistency. It needs to know what you expect of it and vice versa, what it can expect from you. You can accidentally send your pooch mixed signals, and it will confuse the animal. Like if you don't want your pet to jump on the sofa, don't pet it when it does. But if it follows the rules, don't forget to show your appreciation.
Wow.
Your pup never seems to get enough of your attention. That's why whatever you do to show your love is great, including loving glances. Just make sure not to stare into your pup's eyes for too long. Dogs don't like such eye contact. It makes them feel pressured, highly uncomfortable, and even unsafe. Dogs get excited when they meet new friends, either canine or human. But such encounters need to be organized in the right way. Your pooch perceives your home as its territory, so don't expect that it'll immediately warm up to anyone who visits you. It's also a bad idea to force your pet to make friends. You take your dog for a walk. Everything goes on as usual when suddenly your pet falls to the ground. It starts rolling in a spot that doesn't look any different than the grass around, but only because your nose isn't as sensitive as that of your fluffy friend. Getting stinky is most dogs' favorite activity. It's their instinct because, in the past, dogs did it to mask their scent. I had a border collie who used to do that. You wouldn't believe what she used to love to roll around in. But maybe you might. Dogs, gotta love them.